Guys, welcome back to my kitchen. Today I'm going to be making the best chicken pomo stew. If you want to know how I make it, please keep watching. To begin, here we will be making use of chicken wings, turkey wings. Then it's already washed and clean. Add that in the pot. Once that is done, here is our cow skin. We go ahead and add that as well. After we have done that, all we are going to go in with onions that we already diced. Once that is done, in here we have in seasoning, chicken seasoning and maggi that I mixed together. I added that as well. I go in with oregano and curry. Then I added 1 spoon of salt. At this point, we mix together. Once we are done mixing, we cover that and leave that to cook. Here is our fresh tomatoes with just 2 seeds of pepper and onions and garlic and ginger. I'll cut that offline. At this point, 15 minutes later, our meat is already steamed a little. We go ahead and add in water. Then I will flip it. The reason I'm flipping this because on some side that is too big, I have to do that. At this point, we'll go ahead and add in our sliced tomatoes in the pot. Then add in a little water. Then cover this and leave it to cook till the water dried. So at this point, our meat is already wet cooked. We are going to take this out of the fire. Then in the same pan, we go ahead and add oil. Then allow the oil to hot. Then go in with just a little onions. Once that is done, go ahead and add in our turkey wings. Then fry that till wet brown. At this point, our tomatoes is already wet fried. All we do now is to transfer that into a blender and blend that offline. I will be doing that offline. At this point, we are going to give our turkey a flip. Once that is done, allow it to fry, the other side to fry. At this point, once the turkey is fried, all we do now is to take it out of the oil. So guys, we are still making use of the same oil. So all I do, because the oil was too much, I have to reduce it. So add in our onions, allow it to fry, then go in with tomato paste. Once we are done adding the tomato paste, all we do is to mix thoroughly and allow this to fry thoroughly. So before I forget, tell me where you are watching my video from so that I can give you a hug and a kiss. After 6 minutes, all we do now, we are going to give it a mix. So guys, when I'm frying this tomato paste, I was just giving it a stir to avoid burning because I don't want it to overlong. That's why I didn't show that part. At this point, it's time to introduce our blended tomatoes. Go in with our curry with seasoning. Then go in with a little salt to taste. After we have done adding that, all we do now, we are going to give this a stir. So guys, when you taste this chicken stew, it was so delicious and yummy. If you haven't cooked your stew this particular method that I'm doing, what are you waiting for? Just try it and you will thank me later, and the stew come out so perfectly. At this point, we cover that and leave it to cook for at least 15 minutes with a little bit of fire. So 15 minutes later, we give this a stir because these tomatoes is already wet cooked, so you don't have to cook it too much anymore. So all we do now, we are going to introduce our fried meat and cow skin, that's pomo inside. We added that. Then we go ahead and add in our meat stock. Once we are done adding the meat stock was a little bit too small because the soup overpassed the meat stock. All I do, I added extra water, then I mix together. After I've done mixing, it's time to cover this and leave it to cook for at least 15 minutes with a little bit of fire because we don't want this stew to overburn. 15 minutes later, guess what? Our soup is ready, guys. If you love this video helpful and you like this method that I use to cook this particular stew, please share this video for me and support your sister. Love you all. See you guys in my next video. I just have to allow the stew to cool down before stirring it.